Hey guys, welcome back to another new videos and LawGuru welcomes you. So in this video we will be discussing the topic unlawful assembly. In the previous video we have discussed the topic mischief, its punishment and different types of mischief from section 427 to section 440 under Indian Penal Code 1860. So before starting this video, if you have not subscribed my channel, please go subscribe so that you all get IPC related videos regularly. So let's start this video. First of all, we will come to the definition part of unlawful assembly. Section 141 of the Indian Penal Code defines unlawful assembly or deals with the provisions of unlawful assembly. This section says an assembly of 5 or more persons is designated an unlawful assembly if the common object of the persons composing that assembly, it means an assembly of 5 or more persons. If 5 or more persons assembles in a particular place, that will be called unlawful assembly if the common object of all the persons in that group or assembly are as follows. First, if the common object is to overthrow by criminal force or show of criminal force the central or any state government or parliament of the legislature of any state or any public servant in the exercise of lawful power of such public servant. It means to show off criminal force, to threaten any part, that is central government or any state government or parliament, if the reason is to, or if the reason behind the assembly is to threaten by criminal force to central and any state government or parliament, then it is called unlawful assembly. Second, to resist the execution of any law or any legal process. If any law is to be executed and if the common object of that group or assembly is to resist the execution of that particular law, then it will be also called unlawful assembly. Or it can be that the reason is not execution of any law, it can be execution of any legal process, to resist any legal process. Third, to commit any mischief or criminal trespass or other offense. If that group is assembled for the reason to commit any mischief or criminal trespass or other offense, they have their common object to commit any mischief or criminal trespass or any other offense, then it will also be called unlawful assembly. Fourth, by means of criminal force or show of criminal force to any person, to take or obtain possession of any property or to deprive any person of the enjoyment of right of way or of the use of water or other incorporeal right of which he is in possession or enjoyment, or to enforce any right or supposed right. It means if the reason behind the assembly of those person, or by using criminal force or by show of criminal force, they take or obtain possession of any property of any other person or deprive any other person of the enjoyment of a right of way or how they use water, they deprive that particular person of using water or other incorporeal right of which he is in possession, of that person who is being deprived, that person is in possession. Fifth, by means of criminal force or show of criminal force to compel any person to do what he is not legally bound to do or to omit to do what he is legally entitled to do. If the common object of that group is that by using criminal force or by show of criminal force to compel any person to do what he is not legally bound to do. Explanation: an assembly which was not unlawful when it assembled may subsequently become an unlawful assembly. It says, this explanation says that any assembly which was not unlawful from the beginning when it assembled, that may subsequently become an unlawful assembly. If you are having any doubt in up to this, please do comment. Now we will come to being member of unlawful assembly. Who is the member of any unlawful assembly? Section 142 says this. It says, whoever, being aware of facts which render any assembly an unlawful assembly, intentionally joins that assembly or continues in it, it is said to be a member of an unlawful assembly. Now what this section says? This section says that whoever, any person who knows all the fact that the common objective of that group is to commit, for example, any mischief or criminal trespass, or compel any person to take or obtain any property, then also that particular person intentionally joins that particular group or assembly and continues to remain there in that group, then it is said that he is a member of an unlawful assembly. Now we will come to punishment for unlawful assembly. Section 143 of the Indian Penal Code deals with the provisions of punishment for unlawful assembly. This section says, whoever is a member of an unlawful assembly shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 6 months, or with fine, or with both. This section says, whoever, any person who is a member of any unlawful assembly, who is the member of any unlawful assembly, shall be punished with imprisonment. That is, that person shall be put in jail for a period that may extend to 6 months, or that person has to give certain amount of fine, or with both. Everywhere there is unlawful assembly. Okay. Now joining unlawful assembly armed with deadly weapon. Section 144 deals with the provisions of the punishment for joining unlawful assembly armed with deadly weapon. This provision or this section deals or says that if any person joins any unlawful assembly that is armed with deadly weapon, then what will be the punishment? This section says, whoever, being armed with any deadly weapon or with anything which used as weapon of offense is likely to cause death, is a member of an unlawful assembly, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 2 years, or with fine, or with both. Now what this section says? This section says, whoever, any person who is being armed with any deadly weapon or with anything which can be used as a weapon of offense, and that weapon of offense is likely to cause death of any other person, if that person joins any unlawful assembly, then that person shall be punished with imprisonment of either description. That is, that person who is joining that unlawful assembly which has deadly weapon with it, and that deadly weapon will be used as weapon of offense, and that will also be likely to cause death, then that person will be put in jail for a term which may extend to 2 years, or that person has to give certain amount of fine, or with both. I hope this video or this topic of unlawful assembly is clear to you. If you have any doubt in this video, please do comment. If you like this video, press the like button, share it, subscribe for more such videos. For then, stay safe. Thank you.